Imagine a chessboard, a world of its own, where each piece has a unique role. There's the king, the most important piece, living in a world where every other piece is expendable, just to protect him. Then there are the pawns, small yet mighty in numbers. They're the foot soldiers, often overlooked but capable of changing the game's tide. On this board, they represent two extremes, the highest and the lowest. The king, living in luxury and power, the pawns, living in simplicity and sacrifice. Yet, there's a profound proverb that says, at the end of the game, the king and the pawns go into the same bag. This proverb sets the stage for the concept of equality. It's a statement, a reminder, that despite the roles we play, the power we hold, or the sacrifices we make, we're all equals in the grand scheme of things. But when the game ends, they all meet the same fate. Now, think of life as a grand chessboard, with each one of us playing our distinct parts. The pawns, the kings, the queens, the knights, we all have our roles. Some of us are the hustlers, grinding day in and day out like pawns, moving forward, fighting for our dreams. Then, there are the kings and queens, seemingly born into privilege, making significant moves that shape the course of the game. Then we have the bishops and knights, the influencers, the movers and shakers of the hip-hop industry, sliding diagonally across the board, jumping over obstacles, creating waves with their music, their words, their actions. Yet, despite our different roles, we're all made of the same stuff. Just as each chess piece, regardless of its rank or power, is carved from the same piece of wood or molded from the same plastic, we all share the same human essence. We laugh, we cry, we dream, we fear. But remember, no matter the roles we play, we all share the same human essence. So, what happens at the end of the game, when the king and the pawn go into the same bag? Let's unpack this metaphor. Picture the bag as the ultimate equalizer, where every chess piece, regardless of their role, ends up. The king, despite his power, the queen, despite her influence, the knight, despite his agility, and the pawn, despite his perceived insignificance, all share the same fate. This reflects a profound truth about life, where our worth is not defined by our wealth, status, or power, but by our shared humanity. The rich and the poor, the powerful and the weak, the famous and the unknown, we are all players in the grand chessboard of life. But when the game is over, all the titles, all the accolades, all the material possessions mean nothing. We all return to the same bag. And in the grand game of life, we are all equal, for in the end, we all go into the same bag.